You're such an asshole.
How you kids doing? AssholeConsulting.com. If you have questions, Cappy has answers as long as you got money because we're all whores. All right, now with that economic lesson out of the way, let us go to the question. Hi, Cappy. I have a two-part question I'd like to get your opinion on. I'm a qualitative analyst engineer. I don't want to identify you too much. You make a lot of money because you work several jobs. You transitioned into quality assurance or quality QA side of software because it was significantly easier than being a regular developer, which allowed me to work other jobs and get paid way more. Came up the traditional way, getting a computer science degree. I'm planning on creating a course on how to become a quality a QA analyst. Manual QA testing, not automation, which requires the ability to write code, has an extremely low bar to entry, and basically anyone who is willing to do some basic learning could do the job with a couple weeks of training. I've already helped friends and family get QA jobs that pay well. All right, so this is a very key thing. You got them jobs, right? So we found employment for people that you helped. You're already, it's like, get me out of, I don't know, there were human traffickers. Get me out of Bulgaria in World War II. Well, these guys got you out of Bulgaria. So you got them jobs. So you're succeeding already. My course would get someone to that point. The issue is that many employers require a degree that would dramatically undervalue someone without a degree and previous experience. My plan in the course is to explain how to lie on a resume with regards to education and work experience so the necessary barrier to entry goes away and someone will be judged purely on how well they do in the interview. Some might think this is immoral, but to me, the idea of someone wasting 4 years, $100,000 on a degree that I know firsthand ends up being mostly useless is being lowballed for not having a degree of experience when they could do just as good of a job with a bit of training seems far more immoral to me. It is not seems, it is. What we have forced now 3 generations of young people to go through is probably the biggest violation, not of human rights, but the worst thing we've done to a generation or several generations. maybe the destruction of the nuclear family is up there, but in terms of pure economic cost, both in terms of time and money, it has been forcing unnecessary 3 generations of Americans to go get college degrees they don't need. So from my perspective, which is always true and correct, you have okay, before we go on, it's immoral. I say it's immoral that society has forced this upon 3 generations of young people. Who's forcing it? Well, the colleges and the universities are offering it. Teachers in the public schools are encouraging it, just channeling kids right there to line them up to be shot. But who requires it? It's the employers. Now, I don't know if you've noticed. There's a little bit of a great resignation going on, especially with the disease showing that we didn't have to be commuting for 25 years. I am not a Democrat, absolutely not a Democrat. I'm not a big labor guy, but I honor and value people who are willing to put forth labor, which is why you probably wouldn't be part of the Democrat Party anymore because nobody works. They're just parasites and trust fund babies now. But what corporate America and employers have gone away with and how they've treated employees and how they are the ones who ultimately have ruined 3 generations of young Americans' lives, requiring these unnecessary degrees, which is why I have just, you cannot imagine my hatred for HR people and the corporate executive types who say, oh yeah, we need college degrees, master's degrees. Yeah, that's what we need. So the bad guy here, the completely immoral, horrifically damaging, we wouldn't have financial problems that we do now if we just were honest with our kids and we trained them so that they would have jobs at coming out of high school and employers would be okay with that. The bad guy here are the corporate employers who have forced 3 generations now to ruin their youth and go in incredible debt. You have not, and this doesn't even say anything about how corporate employers have treated their employees and what just a nightmare it is and how unmeritocratic it is. And now more modernly, where we're introducing genuine sexism, racism, and discrimination in. You have every right to lie to employers. You don't owe them loyalty. You owe them to honor your word. You show up, you do your job. And if they do any effery, change the job description, put you in charge of a Karen, your boss is a nightmare, contradictory orders, they don't pay, master's required, bachelor's preferred, what? No loyalty. And you walk. You walk. I mean, again, the first thing, I don't know why people are complaining about a living wage. You're not paying a living wage. Well, then why are you taking that job? Don't work for them. Pay people enough. I'm not a Democrat, but I don't understand how people could take a job if it doesn't pay enough. Oh, you have more kids than you can afford and you're screwed and you need more money. Ah, that's all right, ladies. He was T-Rash. You make an exception. Let one pass the goalie for that. Why am I poor? So as far as I'm concerned, if you bypass colleges and deprive them of money, and you lie to employers that have irrational expectations and require kids to go and destroy their youth and their finances very early on, getting an unnecessary degree, you're God. You're Jesus Christ. You're the good guy. You're Nicholas Wolfwood coming in saving the children. You have every moral right. I couldn't give you a big enough green light for this. Now, the drawback is, of course, that these people won't see, but you even have proof that you can get them a job. So I don't know. The worst case scenario, the worst thing that happens is they take your course for a couple weeks, right? They pay you your money, so they're out, I don't know, $1,000 or whatever you're going to charge for this. And they work hard at it and they don't get the job. All right, well, okay, they're out 2 weeks of their life and $1,000 or whatever you're charging. That just pales in comparison to what colleges and employers require to get an entry-level job. So, yeah, do you stand as high a chances as with a college degree? No. But you're not asked to go and get 4 years of your life wasted. So the fact, and then you also have empirical evidence that you can find people jobs. That's good. And I'm also starting to get to not me. I think corporate America and employers are also starting to get to the point where, as a consequence, there's corporate America, right? But these are the same adult parent types, the adults who raise their children to be lazy, whiny Democrat labor force or whiner force. They don't work. They can't find employees. Oh, the labor shortage. Oh. So now you can say, "Now I'm not getting a college degree. I'm not doing your diversity and inclusion training. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that." You could probably get away with it. So I think the environment is there now that if you didn't have a college degree, more so than, say, certainly 15, 20 years ago, apply for a job. No, I don't have a college degree. Why? Because it's a waste of time and money. With 2 weeks of self-study, or if you're willing to train me, I could do this job, but I'm not going and wasting 4 years of my life, 2 of which are complete waste because I have to take all these classes that have nothing to do with the job. If you need a college degree, fine. Otherwise, we care corporate social responsibility. Hey, step one, how about I require every young person has to go into crippling levels of debt and waste 4 years of their lives? You got us. We're just saying nice things. We want you to give us your money. We're corporate America. We so like the gays. Oh, this month we so like the gays. Give us your money. So from a moral perspective, you got every right. Just as long as you say, hey, there's some risks involved in this, like it's not as good as getting a college degree. But if you don't have time, be honest, if you don't have time for 4 years and all that money, which, or you do, but maybe give this a shot first. I mean, you're doing what Seth Himes is doing with his indemandcareer.com thing. You're helping people avoid wasting 4 years of their lives. Question 1, what are your thoughts on this? I've drawn up a solid outline for a course and I've organized it, what I'm going to include. The course will be primarily video-based, where I'm explaining how to approach a job interview, as well as going through the technical knowledge that you need to pass an interview and get up and running at a job. I like it. Absolutely. This being a little side road let's remove the ethical consequences or issues regarding your choice here. I think it's a brilliant idea offering a course. That's why I tell Chad to offer a course on Teachable for his accounting thing. So I offer courses on Teachable. You don't have to use Teachable as a platform. I recommend it. I'm happy with it. But I'm all for it. 2, do you have any general advice for me creating video course that you think would be helpful? Make sure you got good video and audio. Learn to use video editing software. I use Open Editor. I think that's what this is called. OpenShot Video. I use OpenShot Video Editor. Make sure your computer is got enough processing power to render video. aside from that, make a very clear outline, rehearse, record one chapter at a time. So you're making progress. You're going to take multiple takes. If you want, you can splice good bits of video and take out the bad till you have like a video put together like Alan Ballin. You'll see he splices it out. But yeah, I'm all for it in terms of your profitability, and I think it's a great thing to offer people as a bypass from college. I would recommend Teachable. You could also use Gumroad or Kajabi. Those are other platforms, but I think Teachable, so far, they've done it well for me. It takes a little bit to figure out their plan, but you with your IT background, your programming background should be no problem for you. And yeah, I go do it. Absolutely. There's going to be some marketing involved. You're going to have to like target people. But yeah. And then depending on how long the video and the course is would ultimately determine the price of the course. My minimalism course is $500 with tax. And that's a 8-hour course. It's long. My Achieving Financial Excellence course, which is always open for enrollment. If you want to start your financial planning journey, take that course. That's available on Teachable, Achieving Financial Excellence. But yeah, it's pretty simple and straightforward. The hard part is, organizing it, outlining it, and then rehearsing and putting together a very succinct, cogent video per chapter or per segment. So you don't meander and tangent and you get to the point. But yeah, I'm all for it. Yep. 40 years ago, my dad lied about previous experience to get the Pitney Bowes. Yeah, I lied to get a job one time, and not that my banking career went anywhere, but yeah, what did I do? I cannot. Corporations lie so much, I can't recommend lying to. I mean, now, ideally, you build up a good resume. You don't have to lie. It would be nice, but knowing corporate employers, there's no honor among employers. Just this is this company you really want to work for, and they're very reputable. Fine, then be honest. But if you're gonna any Fortune 500 company, any large corporate, Wells Fargo, lie your ass off. Oh yeah, I was president and CEO of U.S. Bank. Yeah, you know that? Yeah, I was the silent partner there. You thought it was the other guy. No, that was me. Corporations also lie about the actual job once you get out. Yeah, corporations lie. You should just, the corporations get exactly what they deserve. Exactly what they deserve for like decades of HR, BS, progressive credentialism, and treating their employees like crap. Absolutely. Look, I'm okay. You got to make a certain amount of profit to reward your investors. I get it. It was always the lying and the drama and these boomer cocksuckers. I don't know how can see you winning. Like, if you don't have to work remote, if you don't have to be in the office, you don't take a job. We have to have you come into the office. No. All right. See you guys later. Toodles.